Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me. Today I am honored to be guest designing for W+9, and for today's card I will be using some of their products from their new release. And I have here the Be Merry stamp set, and I also got the matching dies for this set. And another set that I'm going to be using is Santa's Reindeer, and I have the dies for this one also. So I'm going to be starting by stamping some of these images onto a piece of watercolor cardstock. I am using the Canson Montval watercolor cardstock as usual. I'm going to be stamping with the VersaFine Onyx Black. This is a pigment ink that once it dries, it becomes waterproof. I will be quickly coloring these with my watercolor markers, and then we'll just use my dies and trim everything out. I think this set right here with the reindeers is just so cute. And for coloring, we'll be using some of my Lyra Aqua Brush Duo markers. These are watercolor markers. So I'm gonna be speeding this up and play some music, and we'll see you in a bit. I have everything colored. I will be using the matching dies from the set and cut my images out. And here are all my images cut out. I really love that these dies cut in between the lines also, as you can see here. So I'm gonna move these to the side and work on the rest of my card. I have here another panel of watercolor cardstock, and I'm gonna be using my distress inks to create a background. I have here chipped sapphire and black soot, and I'm just going to be starting by applying this chipped sapphire, and I'm going for a really dark night sky. And I prefer working with distress inks onto watercolor cardstock because they blend out so nicely. So I'm just gonna first cover all in, and then I will leave the bottom side lighter than the top side. Be using this stamp set, and will stamp and emboss this gorgeous greeting right here. I love that this set has all the dies on a magnetic sheet, and that is so helpful for storing these dies. And we'll use another piece of watercolor cardstock. I am prepping my surface with a bit of this anti-static powder so that the embossing powder sticks only where will have the ink, and I'm gonna be stamping with the Simon Says clear embossing ink. And the powder that I'm using is the Reindeer White Super Fine embossing powder. And I'm gonna color this piece with the same inks that I've used for my background. And the embossing that I made will act like a resist. And I'm gonna use a dry cloth and remove the ink from that embossing that I made. And I will be using the matching die for this banner and trim it out with my Big Shot. And here is my trimmed out piece. I really love this stamp and the die. I think you can make some very quick cards if you want to like mass produce. This piece right here is absolutely gorgeous. I think I want to add some interest to my night sky. I'm gonna be using the Picket Fence Distress Paint. Just give it a good shake. And I'll pick a bit of this paint with my brush and just add some splatters right on top. I'm just gonna leave this aside to dry, and we'll start assembling these. And I want to have them like peeking from this chimney top. I'm gonna be gluing the bottom side like this. I'll be using a bit of multi-medium matte liquid glue. I want to add a bit of sparkle and shine onto these white areas, and I'm using this Nouveau crystal drops, and this is White Blizzard. I'm just gonna cover all the white areas. And you can see the glitter and how beautiful it sparkles. This is a bit like the Stickles, if you're familiar with the Stickles product. And I'll also be adding more shimmer, but this time I'm using my Wink of Stella. And you can see the shine and sparkle from the Wink of Stella also. I'm gonna be adhering my sentiment with some foam tape, and I have the 3M Scotch foam tape. And I'm gonna leave a bit of space at the top so I can tuck the other elements behind. And I'm applying 2 layers of this foam, and we'll have 1 layer only onto my other elements. And now that I have everything mounted, I'm gonna be assembling my card, and I have here a top folding card base that I made from some Nina Solar White cardstock. I'm using my ATG gun to apply a bit of adhesive. So in the end, I've added some clear sequins here and there. And that finishes the card for today. I really love the sparkle and the shine of this card. I hope I gave you some inspiration. I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon.